message, which is that in order to live, some things have to die. There are versions of us that are not living because there are other versions of us that are living. So the version of us that is fearful, or that maybe allows an abuser to continue to abuse us, or the version of us that allows people to say things about us and we believe it, that version of us cannot live with the version of us that knows that we are great and that we are fearfully and wonderfully made and that we can do all things, and that God adores us. So these two versions of who we are cannot live in the same life. They can't live in the same space together. So the message that says that in order to live, some things have to die, a lot of times we associate death with a bad connotation, but there is life that sometimes springs forth from the death of certain things. So when you look at a seed that becomes a plant, and when that plant breaks out of the shell of that seed, that capsule that it's in kind of dies. It fades away in order for the true plant to come forth. Another example of this, honestly, that I love in the Bible is that, Jacob wrestled with the angel to get a blessing to have the name changed to Israel. When he did that, the Bible continues to call him Jacob over and over again, even after he wrestled with the angel, even after he was confirmed that he would be blessed, his name would be changed to Israel. The Bible didn't call him Israel. The moment in the scripture when his name was actually used, Israel, that name was used, was after his wife Rachel died. And if we're honest about Rachel in Jacob's life, Jacob desired her. He worked for her, waited for her, but it never really indicates that that's who God wanted for him. It indicates that was who he wanted, and he pursued her and he got her. But his blessing, it took time for him to step into it. And honestly, the Bible didn't acknowledge him as Israel and associate him with his blessing until Rachel died. There are some things that we have attached ourselves to that, despite the blessing that is attached to our name, will prolong us getting it because of our loyalty or love or desire for something that we want that maybe God doesn't want for us. The reality is that some things have to die in order for us to live. We make a choice every day, every moment, that what we are going to let live in our life. If we are going to choose the versions of us that God has created, certain things that we desire can't live at the same time. So this, I love this message because it was a reminder just that, first off, death is not always a bad thing. And there are so many things that are born out of the death of something. There is a fire that is ignited within us, a passion sometimes that happens when we lose something or someone that we love. So honestly, God will allow our heart to be broken to save our life or to serve our purpose. And it doesn't feel good, but the reality is that there are parts of us that cannot live while other things are also living. And I don't mean people per se, but situations, heart postures, mentalities that all the weight of everything that we are carrying, God can't maybe allow us to walk into the purpose that he has for us with those things still living in us at the same time. So that's the message. Happy Sunday, love. Be encouraged. Have a good one.